What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I've been so busy making videos, I have not been paying attention to my analytics, and it's surprising that we made 36,000 subscribers. Can you imagine that? 36,000 people in this community of dynamic reason. That is quite an achievement. I never thought I would get this far. You know, I mean, I thought my channel would be okay and I would meet some interesting people, but 36,000 people. And what's crazy, guys, is if you look back in the videos I've done, just last week, I had reached 20K and I was thanking you guys. So 16,000 subscribers in 8 days. That is amazing. And you know, it's all because of you. And I want to jump into the story real quick. I forgot to say thank you. I want to jump into the story. Now, I've made a lot of videos on Carlee Russell, and trust me, everybody is so done with this. But there's somebody that's not done, and it's the Hoover Police Department. I got up this morning and I looked at that press conference to see if there was anything I missed. Because, you know, with the excitement of them saying, hey, you know, she lied, and everybody's putting the big focus on just her coming out as being fraudulent with what she said, her accusations. That was the real big story. A lot of people didn't stick around for the press conference after, and, you know, the interpretation of what things are to come. And there's a little bit of it is surprising, and I want to talk to you guys about it today. Honestly, guys, what she did, as far as apology-wise and the letter from the Lord, that's standard stuff that they do. Nothing has changed. And honestly, you may see her arrested this week still. Now, today is a very pivotal day. This is the day after that second press conference that they did yesterday, saying where she wrote that fake apology. Hey, I'm sorry, forgive me, on a piece of paper. That in itself is another video. But anyway, listen, I want to talk about a few points that I got out of what Chief Durzis was saying. You know, because he can only say so much because it's still, quote unquote, an active investigation. And these are the things. These are facts he said. He said, first thing is, a meeting is scheduled today with the lawyer of Carlee Russell. Now, she ain't going to be there. But it doesn't matter if she's there or not. She has legal representation. Things are what they are. The legal system works like that. He's going to come down. They're going to ask him the questions. It's up to him to say, you know, what she was thinking. They can still arrest her with him, you know, going down there, because they're talking to him today. And they're already been talking, and this is pivotal. They've been talking to the DA already, actively talking to him, before they even came out with this press conference of whether they was going to arrest her or not. Because remember, it's the media. They're showing her being at the house. I don't know if it's a party or a family meeting. She went out of town. Supposedly she was upset. They're going to look at all the particulars of the case from a common sense standpoint. She already proved she was lying once. She wasn't sick. She wasn't mentally ill. Something has to be done. So what I'm thinking, the meeting scheduled today, the attorney's going to tell the stuff that she feels comfortable telling. They're going to go to the DA after the day and be like, okay, listen, this is what they say. She don't want to come in. She don't want to talk. She's not going to come. So they ain't going to have no choice but to be like, okay, this is how she want to play it. You want to play it. This is how it's going to be. And they'll put a warrant out for her, and I don't know, whatever the charges are, the charges will be. Now, the third thing is this. They still want to schedule an interview with her personally. And that's very key, because I want you to pay attention to something. In the interview, he said, yeah, we still want to talk to her, because you got to think about this. This is an elaborate deal. Nationwide, a lot of news coverage, a lot of money was placed out. It's still the $63,000 Crime Stoppers is holding and not releasing back to the public, even though this thing has all been exposed as a hoax. And I'll get into that, or why they haven't released that the money which they will probably sometime this week. But he said it's an elaborate deal. She made all of this up and had a lot of people believe in her, and like it caused a lot of pain. You know, it made a lot of people that had victims, you know, of domestic violence and being abducted and all this other stuff. It made them go back to a dark place to where they had to relive a lot of stuff that happened to them through this lie that she told. So it's a lot of psychological damage, not physical damage, psychological damage, a lot of manpower. Money was spent. And that's the big thing. When it comes to the justice system, if money is spent and everything turns out to be messed up, they're not going to be on the hook for that. They're not. So, I mean, all this, oh, she need to go to jail. She will go to jail. Whether she go to prison or not, that's between them. But something will happen. Especially, think about it. People out here do some of the stupidest stuff and go to jail. This right here, national TV, the nation watching, no, Hoover PD is not going to look stupid. The city of Hoover is not going to let this go by, because what's to stop the next person from doing it? Just think about it. Another thing is, and I thought I had to go back and rewind it to pay attention to it. He said they knew she was lying after they left the hospital in so many words. Because remember, he said, hey, we got to talk to her again. This doesn't sound right. Because, one or two people go in and investigate and have an initial interview. What happened? They leave scratching their head. They're like, okay, we got to go back. The chief hears about it. Everybody talking amongst themselves. Okay, look, they know she lying because it doesn't add up. All of a sudden, hey, we got to come back and talk to you. How you feeling? I don't want to talk, because she knew she sounded stupid when she was in the hospital when they went and talked to her initially when she was claimed to be a victim. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can tell lies, and then when you leave, you're like, I shouldn't have said that. Or, you might have related with your parents. I told them this. Why'd you say that, girl? You're stupid. And you can't go talk to them now. They're going to lock you up. That's why she probably was like, nah, I don't want to talk no more. And they just shielded her like, oh, she's emotionally messed up. But anyway, they also asked, was the parents going to face some type of prosecution? He said, we don't know. We don't know. And I mean, that might be a curveball where, they might be in on it too, because remember, they went on national TV and kept feeding in the lies. Like I said, in closing, the letter from the attorney means nothing. And I'm going to tell you, she should have came out and said something out of her mouth. And the reason why I say that with that apology letter, it was really disrespectful. And I think she knows it now. I mean, everybody's talking about it. But this is what I think, honestly, on a common sense level. I think the city of Hoover, the PD, they want to talk to her, get the information, and they might require her to come out and speak publicly. You know what I mean? And not be so dismissive and just face the embarrassment that she caused on herself. Now, she'll get jail time, but I think part of that is she got to come out and make a public statement, because really slapping the face of the public, played on everybody's emotions, fears, so on and so forth. You owe the city of Hoover, and you owe everybody, all the victims, a public apology. They might make her get in front of the camera. You're going to have to face the music. And I think that would be poetic justice. Now that she said she never left the city, where was you at? See, they want to know all these questions. They going to ask her. You know what I mean? Why'd you, where did you go when you got out the car? If nobody helped you, where'd you go? Because think about this. Ain't no damn way she walked, a girly girl, in the dark by the tree line with wild animals out there, to the next exit? Somebody had to help her. Think about it. You ain't walking on the side of no road in the tree line, leaving the car blinking, walking away from a $50,000, $60,000 car, leaving your wig, the keys in it, and all this other stuff that they say that's mixed up. We don't even know what's real or not. Only to walk in the high grass with ticks and all kind of stuff along the tree line till you can find an escape off the highway. Let me tell you something. The only people out there that walk on the side of the highway, guys, and you guys know this, is somebody that's dressed in prison clothing, picking up trash, or somebody with an orange vest on that can be seen. So it don't make no sense about if she can't say, oh, I walked down, the police would have seen her. When they got there and seen the car, they would have been scouring that place. They would have saw her walking. They came 6 minutes after. How fast you think somebody gonna walk in high grass? You know what I mean? That's girly in 6 minutes. Come on. But anyway, I mean, they're not done with this case. I think she'll probably get arrested this week. You'll hear something else because, I mean, Hoover PD in the city is not going to let this fall on them. Now, as far as the Crime Stopper thing, I think they're holding the money. Honestly, it's just an administrative guideline to where once an investigation is done and they're freed up, it's just administrative. They'll just give the money back. The people out there that are worried about it, you will get your money back. Police not going to, Crime Stoppers is not going to steal from you. So all this other stuff that you're hearing people saying, oh, they're going to hold it for the investigation. They don't need that money for the investigation. The money's spent already. They'll recover that money through her, not from people showing the kindness of their heart and getting tricked. So you will return, your money will be returned to you. Might be this week, might be next week, but they will be expedient on this because there's money on the line. They got to pay this Crime Stopper stuff back. They got to clean up this mess that she started. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair to people that cared to be out in the cold. You will get your money back. But anyway, I just wanted to drop some of those nuggets on you that I figured that I seen. And I was like, okay, this thing is not over. They're not going to let this go. She's going to face some type of time. And she might get arrested today. You don't know. I mean, they're talking to the DA. DA might come there. Lawyer be there. DA might be there. They all talk amongst themselves anyway in some of these cities and be like, okay, the lawyer might be like, hey, what are you offering? A year in jail. Over a year's prison. But she has to pay for this. And you understand, it's just a no deal, no discussion. This is what we're saying. And we want a public apology. And I think that's key, that public apology. They're going to make her get in front of their camera. When she did that snarky, having the lawyer speak for her, low class, they're not going to go for that. Because I'm going to tell you something, when you embarrass yourself like that and you embarrass other people, they're going to embarrass you back. They're going to make her get in front of that camera. They're going to make her get in front of them cameras. Watch. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.